Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Biology. The topic is about heredity and evolution. So Darwin's theory of evolution. Darwin's theory of evolution states that in a group of population of any organism, variations occur. In a group of population of organism, variations occur. Okay, and these variations are passed to next generation, means from parent to offspring through heredity. As a result, overabundance of offspring occurs. This overabundance of offspring leads to constant struggle. Overabundance of offspring leads to constant struggle for the survival of the organism in that population. Next, so the variations which are received by the offspring, they can able to perform reproduction. Who receive variations, they can able to perform reproduction and tend to survive, means they can able to survive perfectly. Next, these variations which are entered in through heredity to the organisms, those organisms can able to survive with the help of useful variations compared with the organisms which are having less useful variations, Next, so the organisms, as a result, what will happen because of these variations, it leads to formation of a new species because of the changes in environment. As the environment changes, because of the changes in environment, there will be appearance of some changes in the organism's body. As a result, it leads to new species, leads to the formation of new species, and this new species is different from the previous species or old species. And evolution is a slow and continuous process. Evolution is a slow and continuous process. So this is the Darwin's theory of evolution. Next, evidences of evolution. Evidences of evolution means here we have to discuss about two types of organs. One is the homologous organs, another one is the analogous organs. So before discussing about evidences of evolution, we will discuss a small topic. Once Alfred Russel Wallace sent a letter to Charles Darwin. About his observations when he went to Indonesian island. When he went to Indonesia island, there whatever the changes he observed in nature, he wrote in the form of a letter to Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin was surprised after reading the letter. Why? Because whatever the changes he observed in Galapagos Islands when he went, those changes are written in the form of letter by Alfred Russel Wallace. Then, with the help of their both ideological thoughts, they published a journal called A Journal on Linnean Society. A Journal on Linnean Society. In this publication, they mentioned their ideological thoughts, means their both thoughts they mentioned in this journal. Later, their criticism is erased. Why? Because they are saying that variations occur. What is the question is how these variations are inherited. So they are not able to say. As a result, after the discovery of mitosis and meiosis, after the discovery of mitosis and meiosis, the problem of how the cells are going to divide and how the variations occurs is solved. Even after Charles Darwin's theory also, synthetic theory, mutation theory, like many other theories also came. Next, macroevolution and macroevolution, microevolution and macroevolution. So small change in the species is called microevolution. For example, two types of beetles are there. Green color beetles are there, red color beetles are there. So red color beetles whose population is more, their population is going to decrease because they are eaten by crows as their color is easily identified. Whereas green color beetles are misguided as their color is green color, so the crows are not able to eat them and identify them. So this type of small change within the species is called microevolution. Next, macroevolution. Macroevolution is also called speciation. Macroevolution is also called speciation. For example, a group of beetles which are, for example, all are red color beetles, they are living in a forest. Because of some reason, some of the red colored beetles are separated from the population. Why? Because whenever the crows are carrying these red colored beetles through their beaks, some of the beetles are dropped off. Okay, so now here these red colored beetles are performing reproduction and they are giving their offsprings next generations. And here also whatever the beetles are dropped, they are also performing reproduction and they are also producing the offsprings. After that, after few generations after, when these two generations came at a common point, they don't want to mate with each other and they don't want to survive with each other. So as a result, new species is formed like this. This is called speciation, also called macroevolution. Next, evidences of evolution. Two types of organs here we are going to discuss. One is the homologous organs. The organs which are structurally similar and functionally different. The organs which are structurally similar and functionally different are called homologous organs, and this leads to evolution called divergent evolution. This leads to evolution called divergent evolution. Okay. Example, what are the examples for homologous organs? Paw of cheetah, hand of man, flipper of whale, and wing of bat. If we observe, all these are arrangement is bone. The structural arrangement of bones is same in the paw of cheetah, hand of man, flipper of whale, wings of bat. The arrangement of bones is same, but the functioning is different. By using paw, they can run fast. By using hand, man can hold any object. By using flipper, a whale is a swimmer. By using wing, bats are able to fly. So these such type of organs which are structurally similar and functionally different are called homologous organs. Next, analogous organs. The organs that are structurally different and functionally similar. The organs that are structurally different and functionally similar are called analogous organs, and this leads to evolution called convergent evolution. Example, Wings of birds and bats. Wings of birds and wings of bats. The wings of birds are made up of feathers, whereas the wings of bats are made up of skin called patagium. Skin foldings called patagium. Here the structure is different. Okay, and both are used their wings for flying. That is why functionally similar. Okay, so these are called analogous organs. Next. Evidences from embryology. Evidences from embryology. What is embryology? Is study of observation of embryos and the different stages of development of embryos is called embryology. The person who is studying about embryos is called embryologist. So for example, if we place a pig embryo, hen embryo, dog embryo, horse embryo, elephant embryo, man, means human beings embryo, all these embryos on a table in line wise, and all the early stages of these embryos are placed, and if we ask an expert embryologist to guess which embryo belongs to which animal, okay, even he cannot able to predict perfectly that which embryo belongs to which particular animal. Okay, it's mean what? We all came from the common ancestor. So this is the evidence that we all came from the common ancestor. Next, evidences from fossils. Evidences from fossils. Actually, what are fossils? Are the ancient remains of plants and animals on earth are called fossils. Otherwise, we also say that the preserved traces of plants and animals is also called fossils. The preserved traces of plants and animals are also called fossils. So, how these fossils form means, actually the person who is studying about fossils, he is called paleontologist. The person studying about fossils is called paleontologist. So, how fossils are formed? For example, in a place where there is a mud soil, if an insect dies in that mud soil, okay, an insect died in mud soil. Sometimes what happened, actually whenever a organism died, it is going to decompose, right? But in some situations like this, when an insect is died in mud soil and the mud soil becomes harder, okay, whatever the impressions of the insect are there, body impressions of the insect, they stick on the mud soil without any damage. They stick on to the mud soil. The prints of the insect and the body parts are all as it is, they are stick in the mud soil. And if there are no any human interventions or any tsunamis or earthquakes in that area, if the paleontologist observed it by using a method called carbon dating method, he can predict these insects are present from how many million years ago. By using this carbon dating method, he can predict it. In carbon dating method, what are used is isotopes are used at a rate, means in the form of a uniform rate. Isotopes are used by using carbon, uranium, potassium. These are the elements which are used in performing carbon dating method. By understanding the life of soil, he can able to predict from how many million years ago these insects are going on in their survival. Okay, so recently in Yamanapalli village of Adilabad district, a ketosaur was found. A ketosaur was found which is 14 meters length and 5 meters height. Now it is placed in B.M. Birla Science Center. B.M. Birla Science Center in Hyderabad. Okay. So it's mean what? Such type of animals are there on this earth some millions of years ago, but where the nature is not selected them. Next. A small topic. The organisms that have characters, the organisms that have characters of different group of animals. The organisms that have characters of different or both group of animals are called connecting links. They are called connecting links. Okay. So these connecting links, example, Archaeopteryx. One of the best example is Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx is the connecting link between reptiles and birds. Okay, reptiles and birds. So it has some reptilian characters and also has wings. It looks like reptile and it has wings to fly. So the organism that have characters of two different groups of organisms are called connecting links. Example, Archaeopteryx is the connecting link between reptiles and birds. Next. Human evolution. So human evolution starts from actually the fossils of human evolution was found 7,50,000 years ago. Later 2,50,000 years ago onwards, the human being evidences was studied. Okay. So in this first one, this is the evolution. This is the flow chart of evolution. Diopithecus, Ramapithecus, Australopithecus, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalensis, Cro-Magnon, and today whatever the scientific name of ours is Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens is the scientific name of human beings. So this Homo habilis is from 1.6 to 2.8 million years ago. This is present survival. And Homo erectus, this is 1 to 1.8 million years. And Homo neanderthalensis, this is from 1 lakh to 40,000 years ago. And whatever today we are from 10,000 years ago onwards, we are Homo sapiens. So from where the evidence of human beings was identified by the paleontologists or scientists is from South Africa forest. So the footmark of early man was identified in South Africa forest, and the people from there, they went to Eurasia, and from Bering Bridge they entered into Malaysia, into Philippines, North America, South America, and Asia, and through Gangetic Plain into India. Like this they travel here and there, they go to front and back, and from left to right, like this. Okay, so this is about the human evolution. Next, atavism. Atavism. So what is atavism is, if we observe in our body, there are some organs which are not useful to our body. Nearly 180 above organs are there. 180 above organs are there. Okay, the organs which are not useful to our body, are called vestigial organs. These are external ear, appendix, next mammary glands in man, means males, mammary glands in males. All these are the vestigial organs and etc. Okay, so these are nearly 180 above are there. That is why human beings are called moving museum of vestigial organs. Human beings are called moving museum of vestigial organs. But sometimes what will happen, the appearance of vestigial organs in some time. Okay, so the appearance of abrupt changes, means unexpected change in organism. This phenomenon is called atavism. The appearance of abrupt change in organism is called atavism. Example, baby with a tail. Okay, so this is about the heredity and evolution, and we will discuss about another topic in the next class.